6th February 2026, another young man ran to him in Mombasa. His whole security, the inner cordon, the outer cordon, the whole security architecture around the president yesterday was caught flat-footed. The same happened again in Wajir. And people are asking, if the president of Kenya is not safe, who is safe? I'm wondering, where was the AD camp? Because I've had the benefit of undergoing paramilitary training in my earlier years, and my understanding of the security architecture around the president is that the ADC is the last man on the defense line. That if everything else failed and somebody came with a knife, the ADC would go between the president and the knife, or between the president and the bullet. Where is our ADC? He is deployed to be with the president and escort him wherever he goes, including the toilet. What has been happening? That strangers come and accost the president, and everybody is running helter-skelter. The ADC is not there, there is no security. What if that man who came yesterday had a knife? If he could hold his neck and almost twist it, he would have knifed him. What if he was a suicide bomber? This is a very sad state of affairs, and we want to tell William Ruto, you must be very careless, and you have been very careless with the management of the affairs of this country. But you cannot be careless about the management and the stability of the Kenyan nation. You cannot take your security recklessly and in a careless manner. Because if anything happened to you, there will be chaos in this country. There will be instability in this country. In other jurisdictions, by now, the CS Interior would have resigned, the IG would have resigned, everybody would have resigned. But what has happened? Some changes have been done. Let me give Kenyans a snippet of what is happening around the president. I've wanted to avoid this topic because I didn't want really possible enemies of the president to know how exposed he is. But the matter now is in public, it has come to public, like everybody knows, that the president is totally exposed. He has no security around him. He's surrounded by jokers. I'm told most of those people who were guarding him yesterday were busy on WhatsApp and TikTok. They were only realizing the president has been accosted half a minute after the possible assailant had already accosted the president. What is happening is that the presidential escort unit is a demoralized lot. It is demoralized because one, Kipchumba Murkomen, Eliud Langat, and an immediate escort commander, Mayo, have ethnicized that unit. Nearly all officers are from one community where the president comes from. All other officers from other communities are very demoralized, and they are never given an opportunity to escort the president around. Escorting the president around comes with privileges and allowances. All officers from other communities don't leave the camp. It's only officers from the president's community that guard him. And these officers from the president's community have a sense of entitlement. They don't have to be professional. They are only guarding him and escorting him because they come from his community. That is why there is laxity and sheer recklessness around the president. Again, there is a lot of corruption in that unit. Officers have called me this morning. Most of them were guarding me. We know each other. Because the deputy president and the president are guarded by the same unit under the presidential escort commander. When they travel, their allowances. The DIG, Murkomen, and the immediate escort commander demand half the allowances of these officers. for them to be allocated to escort the president. So they are very demoralized and very unhappy people. Even after half of the allowances have been taken, for 4 months they have not received the allowances. So they are very demoralized lot. And they are saying they cannot understand why they are not being paid. Yet every day they are allocated the duty to guard millions of shillings being brought to State House to bribe voters. They are the ones who supervise money being offloaded from trucks in sacks to State House. They guard millions of shillings every day. They see the president bribing people with millions every day, yet they have no money in their pocket. They have not been paid their allowances. That is why they are not bothered with the security of the president. They really don't care. They have not been paid their allowances, yet they are the ones escorting money to be given to people who are coming to State House. They see members of parliament coming every Friday. They live with the brown envelopes, yet themselves they have nothing. That is the problem that we face. Again, I must tell William Ruto, please allow professionals to serve you. Why are you insisting that only your tribesmen should guard you? With the changes that were made yesterday, shamelessly, they were all from one community where the president comes from. But your tribesmen have let you down. You are so exposed. If you thought they are very loyal and they are the ones you can trust with your security, see what is happening today. They cannot be professional because they have a sense of entitlement. They have only been given duties to guard you because they come from your community. I want to tell William Ruto to think and think again. If he must have a Kalenjin as a CS Interior, we have very many Kalenjin people who have served this country with dedication, very mature,